Okay, now today we're going to make a Portobello pancake, and here I've got about 100 gram. Now I don't normally weigh it out, but I just put I just pour the flour in. I think that'll do me like two nice big fat juicy pancakes, But for you guys, I just thought I'll weigh it, and it's about 100 gram, Now, it's organic flour. The whole point of making these videos, perhaps, because this has been done before, is to really emphasize the need for quality ingredients, because this planet's, good food is getting hard to come by these days, So, you've got to make sure it's the best. Not pesticided, not GMO. So, some rock salt. It's going to be plenty of time for that to dissolve in the pancake mixture. Let's get that swirling around there like that. Now this is the bit I really want to talk about, really, just adding. See, what you don't want to do is end up with little lumps in your mixture. You can do without that. So you put the flour in first in the bowl, and then you add the water like this, and we're nearly at the right stage already, because you get to a certain point when it's nice and thick like this. In fact, we're at that point now. You'll see it's got a few lumps in it, but when it's nice and thick like this, there's something about mixing it which makes it easy to iron out the thick lumpy bits, if there are any. Now if it was too runny, then the lumpy bits would just run around the spoon, and you wouldn't get anywhere. But because it's thick, the lumpy bits are really forced through attrition to break down, and you get a nice thick mix like this. And I'm also trying to be ambidextrous, It's kind of interesting, trying to hammer a nail in with your left hand or your right hand if you're left-handed. Oh, look at that. And I think as you get older, you have a need to use two arms, Bit of extra power. Alright, so it's not doing too bad. I don't know what you guys are seeing up there, but it's looking alright to me. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. In fact, this is gonna do two really big pancakes, actually. Looking at this now. You could probably stretch to 3, but let's say 2. Now, a couple of eggs. Again, a couple of good eggs from happy chickens that have had happy lives, because it's all energy, and you just got to make sure everybody's got good energy. What goes around comes around, Okay, there's one. It's a bit risky doing it like this, because sometimes you get a bit of shell in there, but actually that's a bit of shell. I'll tell you what, just for the camera I'll get that out, but there are many times I just leave that in for a bit of a calcium shot, Alright, you coming out? Yep, you're coming out. Okay, here we go. Thank you very much for these eggs. Thank you very much for the good flour. Oh, it's amazing that we can still get good food, It's really amazing. Okay, so this doesn't take too long. Bit of a mindless task, but nothing is actually mindless. Come to think about it. It's all in the plan, of the one big mind. So there's nothing mindless unless you're really being ignorant about something. like turning a blind eye to something bad. I think that's an example of being mindless. Mindless violence. How about that? Gosh. Anyway, let's stick to the cooking. Alrighty, so look at that. It's hardly. In fact, this is quite. Might be a little bit more runny than I've made it before, but I think that's alright. It's nice and thick. I think if it was a normal pancake, I'd be making it'd be slightly thinner, and you'd be getting quite a few bubbles there now. That's right, but that's looking alright. Not bad at all. The thing about this thick mixture is that when you put it in the pan, especially when you flip the pancake over, it kind of fluffs up a little bit. You get this really spongy texture to your cake, and oh, it's just the best. And I've called it Portobello because I get these large mushrooms called Portobello mushrooms, and sometimes when you put a lot of mixture in the pan, it curls up at the edges and it looks a bit like a Portobello mushroom. And also you get, I think because of the eggs, you get this kind of blistering effect on the underside of the pancake when it's against the heat, you know. I'll maybe show you later. Okay, right, that's it. I'm just gonna stop you now.